Do you know that it's that season when people take their family on holidays? In fact, they go on a luxurious ship, for some of them, on a cruise. That would be my delight. I'm holiday bound. I'm truly excited to be bringing you the Christmas edition of Nimasa this week, the voice of Maritime. My name is Eugenia, who we can't thank you enough for joining us. As usual, we shall be bringing you DG's diary, information on maritime and security, and other related issues.
On the DG's diary this week, we start from Dubai, where the inaugural meeting of the Green Maritime Africa Coalition took place. The consultative meeting was to set the stage for Africa to play an active role in achieving net zero emissions from ships and enhance maritime resilience. The Director General of Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamal OFR, who addressed the meeting virtually, urged global players to appreciate the peculiar challenges of maritime in Africa while clamoring for a level playing field.
Our goal is straightforward: to move African maritime sector towards a future with zero greenhouse gas emissions. This is vital, not just for the environment, but for the well-being of our people as well as our economic growth and development. The maritime sector is a big part of the world's economy, and it is especially important in Africa. But it is also a source of greenhouse gas emissions, which is a problem for meeting the Paris Agreement's goal to limit global warming.
A climate change champion, Sam Megwa, moderated the session where stakeholders from 24 organizations listened as Dr. Jamal informed them about why Nimasa, Abuja MOU, and MOCA initiated the GMAC at COP28.
We have started making progress with green shipping initiatives in Africa and more discussions in African maritime forums. But we are still facing some challenges in working together effectively across the continent. We want to bring together governments, businesses, and communities to improve policies, train people for green maritime roles, introduce green energy technologies and fuels, access finance, and ensure that no one is left behind in these changes. We are asking African nations and companies to join GMAC. Thank you for listening.
Recommendations agreed at the conference included the need for a continent-wide green coalition, emphasizing collective commitment and collaboration for sustainable green maritime trade. The DG Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamal OFR, led a team from HLSI International to present the roadmap for the Deep Blue project to the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola, CON.
My name is Chief Dr. George Moralo.
Senator Binta Masi Garba.
Bonamuse is Rollins McFoy, the President of Women in Maritime Nigeria.
You are watching Nimasa this week.
You are watching Nimasa this week.
Nimasa this week, the voice of maritime.
The voice of maritime.
The voice of the maritime industry.
The voice of the maritime.
Nimasa this week, the voice of maritime, showing on these stations.
The Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamu OFR, has said that the agency is committed to building capacity in the maritime industry, not only for members of staff, but also for other stakeholders, including the media. Speaking at a one-day training program organized by the agency in collaboration with Maxval Nigeria Limited, a training and management consultant firm, at a training organized for over 40 journalists in Lagos, the DG assured that the agency under his watch will stop at nothing in building capacity for the entire maritime industry in line with its statutory mandate. Represented by the Head Administration and Human Resources Department, Hamisu Gambo, the DG said, Nimasa is conscious of the need to bring journalists up to speed with current dynamics in the maritime industry across the globe, given that the industry by its very nature is international.
Because as we are all aware that maritime transport is international in nature, so it has to be regulated. Nimasa, as you are all aware, is the regulator of maritime in Nigeria. And they can't do this work alone without the cooperation of the journalists and the press. And that is why the agency finds it necessary from time to time to arrange a program like this nature so that they bring journalists or press under one roof so that they will understand what the master is doing, so that there will be no negative reporting.
The DG further urged the journalists to put Nigeria's interest first in their reportage of the industry. He argued that most investment decisions are made based on media reports available on a particular country or jurisdiction, adding that one small negative report could cost the country several billions of dollars in both foreign and local investments.
No, we are not trying to guard the journalists, but let them pick, select what will promote the image of the country outside Nigeria, because there will be some investors who want to invest in the country. But if they are hearing all the time negative news or report about the country, nobody would like to put his money and invest in. So we have to be selective of which news we think will boost or improve the image of the country.
Some of the conventions treated include the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS, International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships, MARPOL, the International Convention on Standards of Training, Certification and Watchkeeping, STCW, International Labour Organization Convention, and the Maritime Labour Convention 2006 as amended, amongst others.
An opportunity for us to begin to define our relationship, working relationship with the others. Our weapon is arms. Let's embrace it.
Maritime is about work. I follow. So I also want to take it away from here that we should incorporate a situation whereby we have direct contact with water house on a boat, on a shipping, and give us an understanding.
Literally, mortgages, probably maybe buying a house for a long term, but in shipping, maybe and so. But what services come under mortgage in shipping?
I know there are many nations who are not fortunate enough to have money in the sea. But is this UNCLOS binding on them?
Speaks about making rules and enforcing those rules of maritime safety. We have the Maritime Safety Department in Nimasa. So when you look at Nimasa Maritime Administration and every other maritime administration in the world, what the department are doing is simply putting administrative structures into place to enforce the rules laid by UNCLOS and those other applicable conventions made by the IMO.
It is worthy of note that just last month, Nimasa worked with the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center to train Nigerian journalists on maritime security in the Gulf of Guinea. Journalists who participated were full of commendations for the agency.
Very educative, very engaging, and very illuminating.
I've seen another side of maritime security reporting that I've not really focused on.
I would like to thank the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency for organizing this event.
It has also helped me to set better agenda for the good and growth of the maritime industry.
Very professional team and very engaging team. They brought new perspectives to what we needed to know to do better.
It has awakened the consciousness to do in-depth reports.
I want to say special thanks to Nimasa. Special thank you goes to the Kofi Annan Training Center and the Danish government.
Operation Waterguard, in my opinion, has been a huge success. On my resumption of office on the 13th of October 2023, we noticed there's been plenty of smuggling going across the Nigerian-Benin border, particularly petroleum products going out, rice and hard drugs coming in. So because of that, we swung into action and put in place Operation Waterguard, which in my opinion has been a huge success because almost every day we had huge catches. And as of today, I'm aware that the smugglers have called off operations temporarily until we stop our operations. And we don't plan to stop, so it's a waiting game. It's a winning game for me, a waiting game for them. We are here at Nimasa today to add to our gains in safety and security of our waters. So with that, we've come up with plans to have search and rescue exercises, both onshore and offshore. You know, we've had incidences of both mishaps in our waters and we've had delays in rescues. Also, these happen offshore. So we'll come up with exercises to train us on what to do when this happens. So we'll be faster in our reaction. Also, in line with boosting the environment for the blue economy and in line with the Chief of Naval Staff strategic directives towards enhancing maritime governance and developing the blue economy, we are looking at ways of collaborating with Nimasa towards making our shores safe and secure to make international trade highly encouraged. Nimasa is the baby of the IMO, so they are there towards making sure the waters are safe. So we're also collaborating with them to this end. The Nimasa has this Deep Blue project in place, and they are contributing assets towards our fight in all ramifications in the maritime economy. So they're doing a good job so far, and I'm highly impressed with them. I wish them good tidings, and let's keep up the good work. The year is ending, but we're not going to rest on our oars. We need to keep working and usher in the new year on a high note.
This Christmas season, We truly wish you a memorable holiday from all of us at Nimasa this week.
It's the season to be jolly, la 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 la. We want to wish our stakeholders, our critical stakeholders, the maritime operators, the shipping companies, the shipping agents, the cabotage operators, the maritime labor practitioners. We want to wish them a joyful, merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody in the maritime industry, Nimasa and the nation at large.
This is wishing the management and staff of Nimasa a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2024. We look forward to a safe tide in 2024 that will move the marine and blue economy to greater heights.
It has been a very fruitful 2023, and I will have to say a Merry Christmas to the executive management, my colleagues, stakeholders, and Happy New Year in advance.
From all security and intelligence units, we are saying Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to
On behalf of my staff, I wish the management and the industry a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
I want to say a very big thank you to the management of Nimasa because they've been of a very good and marvelous support to us, and also to all the staff of the agency. I want to say a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year, and also to our stakeholders who have always been there for us. From all of us in the Legal Services Unit, we want to say a Merry Christmas and a prosperous and fruitful year 2024 ahead. Merry Christmas!
On behalf of staff of the Administration and Human Resources Department, we wish the executive management and all staff a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Merry
And on behalf of myself and my staff in the department, I wish the management and staff of the agency a Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year.
On behalf of all of us from Cabotage Department, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year ahead.
Well, it has been a fruitful year in the maritime sector, especially with the introduction of the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. We want to thank the President, Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria. So congratulations to us, congratulations to everyone. And on this note, I want to wish us a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance.
But we're not going to rest on our oars. We need to keep working.
Well, to all Nigerians and indeed from all of us in Nimasa, I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year ahead, a prosperous one for that matter.
We, the crew members of MV to Baby, wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. Keep watching
the season of giving and sharing. Wishing you all a beautiful year with loads of love, joy, and happiness. Merry Christmas!
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now bring us something to Polish. Now bring us something to Polish. Now bring us something to Polish. Now bring some us here.
My message to my staff, first of all, is appreciation. Appreciation, appreciation, appreciations. There is no doubt a lot of challenges we faced in the maritime industry. But certainly, when we look backward, we know that the maritime industry we know some few years back is not the same of the maritime industry we have today. We pay back what the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did to the maritime industry by creating Marine and Blue Economy Ministry in order to have a concentration and devotion of our own maritime industry. That is going to be a promising one, the one of the best international standard and that has international best practices, something that we can be proud of all. So on behalf of my executive team, I would like to thank you all and wish you Merry Christmas and New Year in advance. Thank you very much.
Any vessel operating coastal voyage in Nigeria must mandatorily have on board the following: vessel logbook, vessel port of call, vessel particulars, which include registry certificates, safety equipment certificates such as safe manning certificates, builder's certificates, load line certificates, tonnage certificates, radio certificate, insurance certificates, classification certificates, passenger ship safety certificate, service certificate, cargo ship certificate, and waiver certificates or receipts. Vessel owners, captains, shipping agents, and members of the public are advised to note and comply.
Moving to zero emissions and climate resilience practices, it is necessary for our communities and economies to strive. The International Maritime Organization is aiming for net zero emissions by or around 2050. African leaders, through the Nairobi Declaration, have called for collaborative action across Africa to address climate change. Africa has a huge opportunity to lead in the green transition using our rich renewable energy resources. We have started making progress with green shipping initiatives in Africa and more discussions in African maritime forums.
Introducing the Nimasa Distress Response Call Lines for all maritime stakeholders, ship owners, seafarers, ship captains. Whatever your challenge or distress in the Nigerian maritime domain, please call 0803 0685 167, 0708 0005 956, 0700 0700 010. If you can't reach us on these lines, please call 0700 0700 020, 0700 0700 030. Also via VHF Radio Channel 16. Call and Nimasa will respond.
What are you anchored on this week? I'm anchored on giving. Meet your neighbors. Find your friends. Find your family. Do the same. It's Christmas. Come on, go out there, meet people, and give. From all of us at Nimasa this week, it's a Merry, Merry Christmas to you all. Until next week when we come your way again, stay anchored on positive things. We'll see you next week. My name is Eugenia Abu. Thank you for joining us.